What's poppin', T-Subs and T-Squad? So as promised, I am here to give y'all the premiere of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, baby. Season 1. Welcome to Salt Lake City. So this whole thing starts off with Jen. We meet Jen and her chef slash her set. Bah, girl, I can't even talk. I've been drinking. We meet her chef slash football coach husband named Sharif. She says that she's from Hawaii, but people in Salt Lake City think she's black because they don't know no better. And, you know, I mean, girl, I guess. I ain't even gonna get on that. Moving on. They have 2 sons together, and their sons are really cute. Shout out to the both of them. And she says that she was a Mormon, and Sharif was a Muslim, and she converted to Islam because when she tried to get him to convert to her religion, he told her that they don't accept black men. I mean, girl, I don't know. A child, listen, let me tell you something. Whoever I meet, I'm not converting my religion to whatever it is that they do. Bitch, I'm Baptist, okay? So if I meet a man that's Islamic or Mormon or Kojic, Presbyterian, AME, it is what it is. That ain't got shit to do with me. You respect my religion and I respect yours. And that's just what I said. But so far, I'm kind of feeling Jen a little bit. I can't wait to see what she got going on. Her and her husband. So then we meet Heather. She's a Mormon woman. She has 3 daughters. She was married to her Mormon husband who was worth billions. But then it all came crashing down when they got divorced. And I guess in the Mormon church, they don't believe in that. Like, that's terrible. That's like the ultimate sin to get divorced. But I feel like this. If I'm not happy with who the hell I'm with or where the hell I'm at, bitch, my ass is getting divorced. So I'm not mad at Heather for making the right decision for her life. Fuck them Mormon people and how the hell they feel. Ain't no need for you to stay into no nonsense that you already know will never get any better. So definitely shout out to you, Heather. And so far, I'm feeling Heather because she got a mind of her own and I'm with that. So then we meet Meredith and her husband Seth. They have 3 kids together. She's Jewish and she's from the city, so she's still trying to get used to the whole suburban lifestyle. Her oldest son is taking a semester off from college and he's living with her. And like when I saw him, I said, girl, his ass need to be going head back to school so he could be sucking dick or having his little giblet ass toot up in the air like everybody else do when they down to college. But girl, whatever, that's your kid. He can have the right to do whatever he want to do, obviously, because he done found the way to migrate his ass back to your house. Because Lord knows, it couldn't have been me at my house. And I'm telling my parents that I'm deciding to take a semester off. A semester off to do what? To do what? But whatever. She owns a couple of stores where she has celebrity clientele, and her husband Seth says that he is overworked and undersexed. And she says, well, honey, that's me. But listen, let me tell you something, Meredith. I'm about to give you an old lady proverb. What is a man trying to tell you? If your man is telling you that, then you better pay attention to him and listen to what the hell he got to say to you. And I'm going to just leave it alone. Moving on. All right, you guys. So now we get introduced to Lisa and her husband, John. She's from New York. She came from New York to Salt Lake City for school. Her and her husband own a tequila company, but she has her own business as well. Now, a lot of the tequila that Miss Girl was naming, I never heard of a day in my life, other than Ahoy. Because I did have Ahoy tequila right around here to New York, and that was good. So, shout out to you. She says that she doesn't cook, she doesn't make breakfast for her family, and she's not going to change for anybody. And I'm like, I mean, Lisa, I guess so. But eventually, I'm more than sure your man is going to want a woman that can cook her own goddamn meals and do it. Like, let me listen. It don't matter how far this YouTube stuff could take me. YouTube can have me up to 1 million subscribers. and I could be rolling in the dough. But one thing I'm not going to do is have somebody cook my meals and clean my house. No, God. Because whoever I have cooking my meals and cleaning my house may take it upon themselves to fuck my man, because I'm just too lazy and too uppity to do that. And that's just what I'm not going to do. But whatever, Lisa, if your husband John like it, I love it. It is what it is. I mean, listen, you're not a kept woman because you got your own damn business. So you got the right to decide what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. I'm here for it. I ain't got nothing to say. Moving on. So Jen goes to see Heather at her beauty lab in Laser, and they are great friends, and I could tell that they're great friends, and I'm not upset that they're great friends. They want to plan a birthday party for Meredith, and Jen wants to have strippers. But Heather was like, girl, listen, look, Miss Meredith, she's a little, matronly. She's really into the Mormon lifestyle, and I don't think she's going to appreciate dick and balls being swung up in her face. I mean, listen, I can't conform to no religion to where I can't let my hair down, let loose, and have fun. But that's just me. If that goes against that woman policies and this, that, and this, I honestly feel like Jen does need to have some type of respect for that. I do. While I understand she wants her to have a good time, it's her birthday. I so totally get it and I understand it. But don't compromise this woman and her religions, no matter how egregious it may be to you and me, just out of respect. Don't do that. Moving on. So y'all, now we meet Whitney, and Whitney is renewing her vows to her husband Justin, who is 19 years apart, and they did that on the first time we met her. Okay, Whitney, they were both married to other people when they met, and they had an affair, because of which they were outcasted from the Mormon church. She talked about how she lost her friends and her families, but after 10 years, they came around. And she says she's happy that they came around, but she's also resentful because it took 10 years. And here's what I got for you, Whitney. Bitch, bye. Okay, listen, you can't do wrong to somebody and then try to give them a time frame or when they need to be over it. Like, I wasn't here for that. But I will say this. I always knew it had to be an Erica Kane of the group, and it just seems to me that it's going to be Whitney. So, I mean, listen, if it ain't about me, let's kiki. Next case. So then we go down to Jen. Jen has two assistants who's helping her plan Meredith's birthday party. Shout out to Jen, bitch. Like, listen, I don't know what it is about Jen right now, but I'm digging Jen, baby. Like, listen, Jen got an assistant, a chauffeur. She living real good, honey. She got a castellette. Okay, I'm here for Jen. Point blank, period. Like, Jen is about to be my favorite right now. She's the type of Jen that I wish Jennifer Williams, daddy long leg, giraffe neck having ass, was going to be on Basketball Wives. I'm feeling Jen. Say what y'all want about Jen, but for now, I'm feeling Jen. I still feel like Jen is kind of barking up the wrong tree when it comes to Meredith's birthday party with the strippers. I feel like she could just plan her a very classy affair and could just leave the strippers out of it. Because if she's approved the way y'all saying she approved, I don't think she's going to appreciate the strippers. I'm just saying, Jen, but it is what it is. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So, so Lisa goes to see Meredith, and the both of them are really close friends with each other. And then Jen arrives as well. Now, Jen, I don't want you to charade Whitfield us. We already know that you have money, and we already know that you love fashion and you love to look good. But bitch, you really mean to tell me that you just automatically, ordinarily, on any day, show up to somebody's house wearing open-toed heels while it's basically snowed outside? Come on, Jen. Like, Jen, listen, Jen, I don't want you to charade with Whitfield us, and I don't want you to Mastercard Marlo, who always talks like this, us. We get it. You dying to the nine. You fashioned out. I get that. Girl, be regular, because that's going to get on my nerves quickly. Lisa says that she doesn't remember Heather from college, but Heather says that they have had years of history. I really don't have too much to say about that because I have to watch that play out. But I'm inclined to believe that, I mean, listen, I don't remember everybody that I met in college. I don't. I only remember the people that I chilled with like that. I remember them from college. But if we had a class together, or if we always just bumped into each other but really ain't said two words, like, but we gonna see. So anyway, girl, we meet the infamous Mary, and this is who we have been waiting to meet since the Meet the Cast. And she meets up with Whitney down for lunch. Mary says that she married her step-grandfather because it was in her grandmother's will that he married one of her girls when she passes. Well, Mary, the gag is, the tea that's been going around, and probably somebody that's around you done spilled the tea, that this man was younger than your grandmama and your mama had a whole bunch of wealth, and that you wanted to make sure that you married that man so that you could keep the wealth within your family so that man don't take off with all of your grandmama and your mama and your family's money. That was what the peoples are saying. And I believe every solitary word of it, girl, but just say that. Because the gag is, I made a laugh about it this morning and I said, I'm not mad at you for doing that. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep the family jewels in with the family. You understand? I'm not mad at you for doing it, Mary, but girl, just say that. Moving on. She's not a Mormon. She's actually Pentecostal, and she's the first lady of a church called Faith Temple. I guess Mary. Mary says that her and Jen used to be cool until she hugged Mary one day and she's told her that she smelled like a hospital. Jen says that she was at the hospital visiting her auntie who had both of her legs amputated, and she felt like she was being mean when she said that. And she had no intentions of inviting her to Meredith's party. But because Meredith put her on the guest list, she had to do the classy-based thing and go on ahead to invite her. I will say this though, Mary, that was some mean-ass shit. Like, girl, listen, even if she did felt that way, there were better ways to handle that. And that really just made you look completely ugly, especially since you got up here talking about how you were first lady. That's all. Don't you visit the sick and the shut-in list? I'm on the show. They smell like hospital, nursing home, and hospice too. But I'm just going to leave that alone, and we're going to move on right along. All right, you guys. So Jen is setting up for Meredith's birthday party, and she's spending up all the church's money to make sure that Jen has a good, to make sure that Meredith has a good birthday party. Child, I need some friends like that, honey. Jen drops the dime of what Lisa told her about not remembering Heather from college. Heather says that she feels like Lisa thinks that she's better than her, and she's only doing that because she's a bitch. And I said, read, Miss Heather. Read, Miss Heather. I was with it because I hate people like that. Like, don't sit up and try to act like you don't know who I am. Don't sit up and pull the whole Jocelyn and Jessica Dime shit. Like, y'all remember how Jocelyn tried to act like she ain't know who Jocelyn was? Or do y'all remember when when Nene Leakes tried to act like she didn't know who Phaedra was? Like, don't nobody have to lie about that. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is, I'm really not understanding why is this such a shade or read to say that you know somebody or you remember somebody from college. Like, that's just so despicable in my book. But it is what it is. Heather, this make you look funny, Heather. You may not want to believe in it. You might not want to hear it, but it make you look funny. Moving on. Seth isn't going to be there for Meredith's party. I think that man got to work. All right. Now you living real good somewhere up in the mountains somewhere, honey, down to the boondocks, wherever the hell it is that you living at. Girl, you live real good. You live real good. That man got to work. So if he got to work and he can't be there for your birthday, I mean, those are the breaks. You understand what I'm saying? Just have a good time with the people that you're there to have a good time with and try not to think about that. While I understand how you feel, that's your husband, this is your 48th birthday party, you definitely want him there. I so totally get and understand how you feel. I'm not making light about that. But if he can't be there, I really want you to just try to be as understanding as you possibly can. If you can do that for me, we'll be all good. Moving on. All right, you guys. So, it's the night of Meredith's party. And one of Jen's friends come in the room while her and Heather were talking. And she act like she really didn't know that it wasn't Jen's party, that it was actually for Meredith. And my whole thing is, sis, cut it out. Your ass knew that was Your ass knew that the cameras was there and you just wanted to have your moment in the spotlight. Like, just say that. Moving on. Jen, listen, Jen, I was singing your praises up until now. Because I understand how Meredith feels. This had absolutely nothing to do with Meredith and absolutely everything to do with you. Like, everything that was done was up to your liking, not Jen's. You had Tonga dancers that was there that was from Hawaii, which she is not from. Then, when you came out, you made a damn entrance when this was supposed to be a party for Meredith, and she should have been the one whose name was listed or called out on the intercom. And then, when it was time for people to take pictures, the little decor with the roses or whatever, you had your name all up incorporated in that. And I was like, listen, Meredith, you's a much better woman than I will ever damn be. Because I would have left from that point. Like, this party had absolutely nothing to do with me and everything to do with you. And to me, that's just not what a friend does. Now, see, Jen, you done sat here and made me look like a fool because I went up for you. But that shit was really pissing me off. Like how you was really sitting there making this entire situation be about you when it's not supposed to be about you. It's supposed to be about your friend. And I hate when people do that. Don't do anything for me that's going to turn around and be all about you. I'm more than sure Meredith would have been just fine with having a small intimate gathering down to her house where it would have been all about her. Like, I don't know. That I won't feel in that. So then Lisa kind of blows Heather off. Lisa, you really about to piss me off too, because I hate when people do that. Lisa, you not better than nobody. You're not. All of y'all are in the same circle. All of y'all run around with the same people. Therefore, that makes you no better than Heather, Jen, Whitney, Meredith, or anybody else around there, girl. Like, stop it. I hate when people do that too. I hate when people are chilling in the same damn circle or in the same damn friend group, but then you want to sit up and try to perpetuate your dominance or try to act like you're better than somebody that's in the same group that you're in. If that was the case, it would seem to me you wouldn't be chilling with none of them hoes. I don't know. Lisa about to rub me the wrong way too. Moving on. All right, you guys. So Jen comes over to talk to Mary, and she tells her about how the comments she made about her smelling like a hospital made her feel. Mary, I don't like you. Just straight up, I don't like you. You crawl under my skin. You and them parties, that Party City dress you had on, and that wig that was on loan from every damn funeral home around here, girl. You setting up around here wearing Balmain or Balmain or whatever the flying hell it was in a cadaver person wig. I don't like you, bitch. Because one thing that I hate is a hoe that play on my intelligence. You said up out of your mouth, oh, she smells like hospital. And instead of you just admitting what it was that you said and saying, girl, listen, I'm sorry, I apologize, I shouldn't have said that, that was insensitive at the time. It meant more to you to try to sit up and play on somebody's intelligence than to admit when you were wrong. Then when she called her friend Carrie over, Carrie said, you said that out of your mouth. You said it to me and you said it verbatim. And then when you asked her, well, what do you have to do with it? She said, this is my best friend. Then you gonna sit up and get all mean and talk all out of the side of your neck to this woman like she's a damn child or something, talking about some, oh, well, you can excuse yourself. This don't have nothing to do with you. Bitch, it do. Because when you made that comment to her, you put her ass in it. I don't like you, hoe. I don't like you. I don't give a flying hot damn that you's a first lady. I don't. You got that Giselle Bryant shit on you. And that right there, Mary, is the reason why I just don't see it for you from moving on. I do not see it for you because I can't stand a bitch that just can't say what she meant what she said. If you did it, say you did it. If you said it, say you said it. And if Jen is supposed to be your friend as much as you said it is, and you see that what you said to her hurt her, instead of you saying, girl, look, my bad, I honestly didn't mean all. And then you gonna sit up and try to say, oh, well, I can't help that her aunt had her legs amputated. She wasn't eating good food. Bitch, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like, what do you mean? Jen, you a much better woman than I'd ever be. And Carrie, you a much better woman than I'll ever be too. Because when that man came over with the meatballs, I would have tossed them meatballs and that place down to her damn face. You sitting up here marrying your dead grandmammy's husband, but you want to sit up here and try to act like you just the Don daughter of goddamn Salt Lake City. Girl, please. Girl, that bitch just made me hot. Y'all, I'm about to go. Because she really just pissed me off. I'm about to go. That was Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It was slow in a lot of places. But the ending took me there. It was slow in a lot of places. But depending on how many views, likes, and clicks, and comments that I get, will determine if I keep this up on the repertoire. I really hope that you guys watched it. I am going to do a live about this tomorrow, so we're definitely going to dive in on this, you know, like how we do on Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm going to do the same for this tomorrow, but it's not going to be till around about 12:30ish, 1 o'clock-ish, more than likely, because I do have an appointment to go to tomorrow in the morning. So be on the lookout for that. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but just come on my page between 12:30 and 1 o'clock, and you'll be able to see when I'm online. Well, I'm about to go on ahead and go because Mary raised my blood pressure. Like that hoe, I'm not seeing it for her. Girl, bye.
What you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in a business.